Now, I want to talk about one hadith. I want to focus on one hadith in the first part of the khutbah, which will be only about another 3 minutes long. That is actually, when I read it, it had such an impact upon me. I can call it my favorite hadith. On the day of judgment, the person with the most wealth in the entire world, who ever lived, will come to Allah on the day of judgment. He had the most wealth, the most happiness, the most success, but they did not believe. Here's a person who had all the money in the world, prominence, family, wealth. They thought they had happiness, and maybe they did, relatively speaking, but they did not believe in Allah. And Allah will take that person and put them for one instant in the hellfire. Take them there, put them in for one instant to see the punishment they're going to get for not believing. And it'll take them right out, just there for 1 second. He experienced hellfire for just 1 second. Pull them back out and turns to the man and says, did you ever experience any benefit in life? Did you ever experience any wealth, any good feelings? And that person will say, by Allah, I did not experience not even one moment of happiness in the world. Because they see hellfire is going to be there for eternity. That's what they're going to now get for not believing. So think about that. Now, Allah at the same time will take the person who had the most difficulty in life, the most hardship, and you can imagine who that is. But even though they had that hardship, they believed. They believed in Allah. No matter what faced them, the most difficulty. Take that person, put them 1 second, just one instant, into paradise to see the reward that they're going to get for that struggle and for that patience and for that belief that they had, that they maintained. Put them there for 1 second just to experience paradise and pull them out. And say to that person, Allah will say to that person, did you experience even one moment of hardship in life, on earth? And they will say, by Allah, I did not. Think about that. Again, I ask your forgiveness. It's kind of a rushed khutbah because of the circumstance, and I apologize that I'm not going through the formal process that you may expect from a normal khateeb, as far as the proper dua and etiquette. I've given a few khutbahs before, but nothing in this type of setting. So I appreciate your patience. For those who have come in late, I'm not the normal khateeb, so hope you understand. So think about what I had just told you about, the hadith in which a man comes, the most deprived man in the world and the most rich, or the one who believed that they had the most wealth and most happiness. What this gives us is perspective, in my opinion, that if you keep in mind the hereafter, and you keep in mind heaven and hell in your dealings in life, and this is something that obviously as Muslims we all know, we all need reminders. But if you have this perspective, the difficulty that you experience, no matter how hard, because we just heard that the man with the most difficulty who had faith will say to himself, I really didn't experience any hardship or difficulty because, this world, we live 80 years, we live 100 years. If we have even a difficult life for that time, what's 100 years compared to infinity? Any mathematician, they don't have to be a believer, any number, no matter how high you go, 1,000, 2,000, 1,000,000, compared to infinity is 0. That's a mathematical fact. Any number compared to infinity is nothing. And that's basically the crux of this hadith. That no matter what you experience in this life, because this life is short, even if you live 100 years, compared to forever in paradise, that's your reward for being patient. That's your reward for believing.